live from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. This is your motivational, sensational, inspirational, keenly awaited, highly anticipated edition of Real Life Trading, the new beginners class, class number 1. Students from around the world, this is your introduction class, and how is everyone doing tonight? Chris Tom says, hi, Troy Beinhauer, it's good to see you. Oulette, how are you? Don Hasseltine, Pat Kvek, Karen, Peter Requisites, what's up, Wayne? Chris Albanese, Jessica Randall, how are you? I've missed you guys. How's everyone doing? Brad Johnson, Jeremy Gosen, Carolyn Bailey. Oh, so good to have you. Adam, Teo's son. How you doing, Adam? Glad to have you. Spencer Bradley, thanks for showing up, my good friend. I appreciate that. Oh, man, who else is here? Jeffrey White. Awesome. Oh, man. So good to see so many of you here on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday night. Eric Moss, glad to have you. Edwin, glad to have you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this class I have entitled The Why. And I want you guys to just go ahead and know, rest assured, sit back, relax. There is zero sales pitch in this class. I'm going to be starting off just a little bit about real life trading because some of you probably got an email about this particular class. Maybe you signed up from my Twitter. Maybe you signed up from Facebook, our Facebook page, maybe our LinkedIn. Maybe Johnny Guarco or Angie or Brad Reed invited you. Maybe Gene Hobbs invited you, Brian Armstrong, any one of the real life traders from around the world. You probably were invited some way, some fashion, and I'm glad you're here. So thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. This class is entitled The Why, and I named it The Why because I got asked many, many times when I first was creating this program and creating real life trading along with Angie and Johnny and Brad. People were wondering, why on earth would you teach a program and would you teach a class that has zero sales pitch, that doesn't sell any of the classes and gives everything away for free? And in my honest opinion, we had a really good discussion. We had a real discussion. We talked back and forth. And I was thinking about it. And we thought together, there's very, very few companies out there that just absolutely wow the world. And what I mean by that is, without question, they are unique. They are simple. They are caring. They are honest. They are open, and they're loving. And I would go as far as saying that this is one of those companies. This is one of those companies that will wow the world and shake the very foundation of what is currently known as stock market education, because my belief is that people from all around the world want to know this information. And there have been many, many barriers in the past in receiving this information. So what real life trading has done has removed those barriers. And instead of selling you the dream, we are simply going to provide the bridge so that you can walk to your dream. So that's the why. Everyone at real life trading that you meet is a real life trader, professional trader. So feel free to ask questions at any time, in any location, anywhere. And just simply know that we're always going to be here to support you and to help you throughout the growth of the industry, throughout the growth of the business, throughout the growth of the market, and through the growth of us as individuals and of traders. Because our goal, our mission, who can recite it? For one frequent trader point, the people who are live here with me now, Gary Murphy and Francis Doyle and Gary Vassar and my good friend Ken Botnet Jr., what is the mission statement of real life trading? And ladies and gentlemen, Sybil Smith has just received one frequent trader point: to enrich lives. That's it. To enrich lives. Wowing the world is a kind of a subset mission. And realistically, one of the other missions, students and people, is we want to show people what a professional trader is. We want to show that all 4 people in this picture are professional traders. Right? Johnny Guarco has a full-time job and a beautiful family. Full to the brim. Wife, kids all over the world, working all this, busy, but he's a full-time trader. Does he make millions of dollars every hour trading? No, he doesn't. Does he do well trading? Yeah, absolutely. Does he supplement his income and supplement, does he have a really, really bright future when he retires from his current job? Does he have the opportunity and the fulfillment to be a full-time trader? Absolutely. Renee and her husband, Mark, do they have real jobs? Yes. Do they have real jobs? Do they have the opportunity of trading the market, making additional income, supplemental income, maybe paying off their credit card debts or paying off their mortgages or building a company with their trading profits or maybe getting a real estate investment property, whatever they want to do? Can they do that? Yes, of course, they can do that. And this is me with the giant head. The biggest head in the picture, probably one of the biggest heads you guys have seen in a while. That's me. And one of my dreams was to go to Hawaii, and I never thought it was possible my entire life. When I was a kid, many of you guys know, I came up from one of the poorest of the poor. Poorest of the poor. deep woods of Georgia. Very humble. I never went hungry if, I could catch my food for that night. I never went hungry. I was always provided for, but my family was and quote unquote is not financially just insanely wealthy. But we're rich at heart, right? We know what's important. In family, we love, we cherish, we care about each other. And I'm saying that simply to say I never, ever, ever thought that I would make it to Hawaii. But just a few months ago in July, I paid with my trading profits a trip to Hawaii and spent time for an entire week with some of the most incredible people I've ever met and some of the most beautiful scenery from around the world. Here is Larry and his wife, Sue. They're also real-life traders. They live in California, if I'm not mistaken. It's California, right, Johnny? Yeah, California. And this is Johnny and his wife and two of his kids. So the why is to enrich lives. Being able to educate is being able to change the world. And I think that's what real life trading has in store for many people. What is the why for me? Why am I doing this personally? Well, just so you guys know, a little bit of background about myself. It all started with a simple movie. So that you know, this is it really kind of is a close mix-up between number 2 and number 3 favorite movie of all time. It's a very, very close move. Liar Liar is my number 1 favorite movie. Number 2 is a very, very close between Forrest Gump and Signs by M. Night Shyamalan. I like both those movies a lot. So it kind of flip-flops between how I feel. But I love Forrest Gump because I could relate so much to the guy, right? He grew up in a small town. People very often thought he was weird, right? They thought he was kind of dumb and slow and poor. And believe it or not, I got that label for a while I was going through school. But, people thought he was weird and he was poor and he grew up from a really, really rural area. And I related to this guy. But through the entire movie, what was he doing? What was he doing? I mean, he was just crushing life, wasn't he? All-star college football player. He traveled. He got the Medal of Honor. He met the president like 4 or 5 times. He built his own company, became a multi-millionaire. He has a mother and family who love him. He has people who, worship him. I mean, that's a really incredible story. And I remember watching it as like 7 years old, this part of the scene. Do you guys remember this part when he goes to the mailbox? It's like 79% of the way through the movie, maybe 80%. And he opened a letter and he said something like, Lieutenant Dan said we invested in some type of fruit company, and Lieutenant Dan said we didn't have to worry about money no more. And I thought, great, less problems to worry about. And as you can see, it was Apple was the fruit company that they invested in. They invested, into the fruit company. And so I asked my dad when I was 7, I was like, hey, Dad, what the heck's he talking about? Because as a 7-year-old kid, I was like, I would love to know how to not worry about money. That would be fun. All right. So my dad started talking to me about the stock market, bonds, investing. He helped me and opened up my eyes by reading The Richest Man in Babylon, the book. Has anyone ever here read that? Richest Man in Babylon, I think is how it's spelled. Babylon. Type in a 1 if you've read that book. Richest Man in Babylon. If you haven't, you can get it for free. You can pretty much Google it. You can just say Richest Man in Babylon. You can pretty much get it for free. I mean, it's a very, maybe $2 or so. If you haven't, read it. It's a good book. It's really, really, really good. It's simple. It's a quick read. A glass of water in 2 hours, and you'll crush through most of it. I have people from all age ranges in the class right now. I'm going to do a poll in just a second to kind of get an idea of where you guys are at. But I encourage you, if you're 15 years old, read this book. It'll change your life. Okay? It really will help. It's a great, great perspective on saving and growing and all that kind of good stuff. And it's quite phenomenal. So why is Spencer Bradley here? Why is Adam here? Why are people from around the world here? Why is Justin Linderman and Mr. Khan and Catherine Zwick and Pat Kavek and Niels and Stan and Steven and Terry and Tom and Terry and James and Daniel and all the people joining me on the phone? Why are we all here? Why do we all love the stock market? Why? Because the stock market is so awesome, right? There's so many opportunities in the stock market. Deep down inside of us, all of us know the opportunity that we can make money trading. We all know that. We're fully aware that there are opportunities every single day. There are more opportunities, in fact, every single day in the stock market than you can take advantage of in a lifetime. You see, ladies and gentlemen, as technology progresses and technology grows, what do you think? Do you think online trading will go up or will go down in the next 10 years? I mean, it's going to go up without question. I mean, this is a Newsom statistic, meaning it's not verified and it's really just totally off the top of my head. But I read somewhere that I think it's 40% of the world, and that still might be a small number, but some 40% of the world still do not even have access to the internet. Some 60% of the world have even worse, right? Some 60% of the world, have trouble, eating meat every single day. So in the next 10 to 20 years, there is so much growth in front of us. I'm just letting you guys know, I realize this, that even as a young person, and I consider myself semi-young, I'm 26 years old. As a young person, I realize 10 years from now at 36, the world is going to be entirely different than it is right now. And I also realize that with the internet capabilities and the technology capabilities and the phone capabilities that we have nowadays, in 10 years from now, the majority of you have the opportunity to literally never work again at a job that you don't want to work at. If you like working at your job, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying quit your job because the stock market is going to make you a millionaire. That's actually the exact opposite of what I want to tell you. I want to tell you that if you have a job that you like, awesome. Work at it. I love it. I love jobs. I love working. Go for it. Hit it hard. Grind. But 10 years from now, the technology and the internet the way it is, you're going to have internet in cars. You're going to have internet on the highways. You're going to have free internet at all airports, free internet on all transportation, internet in classrooms, iPad. I mean, you're going to have so many things. And by that time, real life trading will be a household name. And we will be teaching people in schools, middle schools, kindergarten, high schools, how to invest and how to trade all for free. Why? Because it's education that shapes the world, ladies and gentlemen. It's education that changes lives. Would you guys agree? Type in a 7. Try out your chat pane. Type in a 7 if you wish trading the stock market was taught when you were in school. Oh, please give me more 7s than that. I mean, come on. Right? There's hundreds and hundreds of 7. I mean, seriously. Wow. Imagine how different the world would be if our youth knew the principles of investing, of saving, of trading. Imagine if they just simply knew real life information. And that's what this company is about. And this company is about the optimism, right? The market's about the optimism because we trade because we're optimistic people. And there's the freedom aspect as well. I mean, as a trader, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just letting you know, give yourself a timeline. What if you took 3 to 4 years? Adam, let's say you took 3 to 4 years right now and dedicated a little bit of time to learning how to trade. That's less than most college degrees. right? You go out to college, same amount of time. In college, are you going to go to college and learn how to completely be free? Never have to work for, quote unquote, the man again? Right? When you go to college, you're going to get a degree so you can go work 9 to 5, sit in traffic jams, pay your dental insurance, pay your credit card bills, and there you go. But trading actually gives you the freedom of doing what you want, when you want, where you want to do it. It really does. I mean, imagine if you could make an additional $2,500 a month in 3 to 4 years. Could that drastically change your income, or could that drastically change maybe what you do for a living? Just from trading, just if you make an additional $2,500 a month, could you maybe take the job that pays you a little bit less, but you would like much, much more? Do you guys agree? I mean, I did. That's exactly what I did. Exactly what I did. Verbatim. I had a good job that paid decently well, but then I began to learn how to trade, and then I just went and found a job that I much preferred over the job that I was doing, that didn't necessarily pay me as much, but I was doing something that I really, really enjoyed. You guys get the point? It's freedom, ladies and gentlemen. So why would you want to learn how to trade? Well, I mean, you're here because you want to learn how to trade. This is class 1 of the beginner section. Why would you want to learn how to trade? Well, it's a very simple question for you. Bob, why do you want to get a promotion at work? Timothy, why do you want to get a promotion at work? Would you like to get a promotion at work? Of course. Would you want to get a pay increase at work? Of course. Because we want to learn. We want to grow in life. We don't want to be stagnant. Nobody wants to be stagnant. We always want to grow. We always want to thrive. We always want to get better and better and better. Because we all know, and the reason we love the stock market is because we can all get MBAs. We could all go out and get doctorates. We could all spend years and years and years of our time in college or higher education or whatever, going out, getting a different job. And that doesn't mean that you have the opportunity to be free and go to Waikiki Beach on a Tuesday at 1 in the afternoon and jump off of a pier with real life traders all around you, just having the time of your life. Because you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you can do whatever you want. The market offers incredible ease of access. It's intriguing, and in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, it actually is quite easy. It can be done from anywhere. And as I mentioned, there are more money-making opportunities every day than we can take advantage of in a lifetime. So here's the question, ladies and gentlemen. Again, zero sales pitch, nothing coming your way. I'm just building up to really what I want to talk about in class 1. How do you recognize, as a beginner trader, the opportunities in the stock market? So what I'm going to do at this moment in time is I'm going to do a poll. Let me break out my polls and go ahead and give me your experience. I think I asked too many questions on this, but go ahead and just give this one out for me. There's actually 3 questions in here. I didn't mean to ask all 3 questions. This is I knew I should change it up. I can still change it, but go ahead and answer those 3 questions for me if you want to. Go ahead and go for me. Write it down. Everyone vote. You should see a poll in your chat pane. If you're on an iPhone or a tablet, you might not be able to see it, but go ahead and just give it a shot. I thought that was going to be an issue, so I'll reword it the next time. In class 2, which is Thursday, I'll make sure to do a few different polls. I do have a test for you guys at the end of class, though. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Yes, Chris, exactly. Though you don't have to answer the one white soldier. I didn't mean to throw that out now. All right. I'm going to leave this open for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So let's share the results. And here's the results of the class. Let me make this a little bit bigger for the recording students out there. 13% have bought shares in a brokerage account. They have a 401k. They know what the stock market is, but they don't. That's really about it. 5% are a total newbie. Yay! All right. We got brand new students in the house. I love it. 7% consider themselves to be an amazing trader and they're just here. 30% have, not made a lot of money trading. The majority of my students, I got, no one under 21, 2 people between 21 and 31. Most of you are above 41 years of age. and don't worry about the one white soldier. All right, so that gives me a really, really good perspective of what we're going on. So this is good. This actually coincides perfectly with what I do want to talk about in Class 4. Class 4 is going to be next Thursday. Do not miss that class. Do not miss that class, okay? Thursday is where I take the people who said, I haven't made that much money and I'm just kind of, pill-palling around. I know exactly why, and I'm going to show you why Thursday. And again, all free. There's no sales pitch, guys. All right? No sales pitch. I'm going to talk about it. So, brand new traders out there who've never traded, you're a total newbie, you have no idea what's going on. I'm talking to you right now. I'm going to talk to you pretty much for the rest of class. Okay? How do you recognize opportunities in the stock market? That's a phenomenal question. We all know what opportunities are. Opportunities, Jesse, is how we make money in life. That's kind of what an opportunity is. It's how we make more money. Or it's how we make, we get something more than we have now. That's what an opportunity is. I guess realistically. So how do we recognize those opportunities? There is something in the world called sentiment. You're going to like this word a lot, and this is a very, very simplistic definition of the stock market. But the way we recognize opportunities is we recognize it through sentiment. Sentiment is the emotions that led up to the buying or selling of a security. That's what sentiment is. That's a definition by yours truly. Sentiment is the emotions that led up to buying or selling of a security. What is a security? I'll get to that in just a little bit. But as an example, ladies out there in the world, and this is for my ladies only, type in a 1 if you know what Tiffany's is. Give me some ones. I'm talking to you ladies. Ladies! There's the ladies. All right. The ladies know where Tiffany's is. That's the store that if I'm with my girlfriend, I walk by really quickly. I grab her hand. I go, oh, hey, look, someone's giving donuts away for free. Tiffany's is publicly traded. They're on the stock market. So this could be a stock that you could buy. It's a security. It's something that you could buy at, let's say, $40 in hopes that it goes up to $50, and that way you make money. A security is just simply a stock that you purchase. So we're going to get into that in just 1 second. Ladies, thanks so much for your participation. I appreciate it. So let's look at this particular chart. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what's called a price chart. This is purely a visual representation of a stock. That's all it is. It's a visual representation. This is silver. I know for 100% certainty everyone here knows what silver is. This is the price movement of silver. That's all it is. It's a visual representation. So for my brand new students, and again, I'm talking to just you, type in a 3 if you can understand that, if that makes sense. Ashley, does that make sense to you? Type in a 3 if you're like, okay, this is simply a visual representation of a chart. It just simply shows you what the stock has been doing. Silver. Okay? So over here is the price. That's the actual numerical value. So you can see it's from 0 to 50 in this particular range. So let's ask this particular question. Who would buy down here? Who would buy down here? Well, the answer is the people who have a plan. You see, a plan is created by traders. They go in and they visually look at a chart and they say to themselves, I want to buy here because. Because. Let's ask this question. Who would buy here? That's a good question. Now, I'm talking to the little bit more experienced traders in the world. Type in a 6 if you bought right there. Type in a 6. Because I'm typing in a 6. I have a 6. There it is. My 6 is there. Oliver gave me 100 6s. I could type in about 16,000 of them. That's about how much money I lost doing that on silver. Okay. Here's why we bought there. You guys want to know the secret? Here's why we bought there. Because we did not have a plan. That's why we bought there. We did not have a plan. We let our emotions, and I'm saying we because I did the same thing. This was before I was a real life professional trader. Okay. I noticed, oh man, right about here, people were starting to talk about silver. And I said, nah, it's not going to go that high. Right. So it started going up, went down a little bit. And I said, man, this would be a really, really good time to buy, but it's really, really high. So I'm going to wait. And then the stock starts going higher and higher and higher. And then I hear people in the news, oh, silver's the new gold. Silver can never go down. We're going to make cars of silver. We're going to make computers with silver. We're going to make phones with silver. We're going to do everything with silver. It's the newest metal in the world. Buy. And I was like, and the news was going bananas. Do you guys remember that? They were going banana sandwich. Every time you turned on CNBC.com, Motley Fool, you turned on anything, they were talking about buy silver now. Kramer was flipping out, hitting all kinds of buttons. Twitter was blowing up. You could talk to your 4th grade teacher and she'd be like, buy silver. I mean, silver was the deal. Buy it. So that's what we did. We let our emotions talk us into buying. We let other people talk us into buying. But more importantly, we were afraid of missing out on the opportunity. We were afraid of missing out on the money that we could have made if it went higher. Type in an 8 if you're like, yep, that's exactly what happened. I mean, think about it. That's why you bought. You bought because you thought it was going to go higher and you were afraid of missing out on the opportunity to make money. I mean, that's exactly what I bought. I was already thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I'm investing this amount of money. I can, if it just goes up to 60, I can buy a new house. Oh, I'm excited. And then, bad week. That was a bad week for me. Bad week. Bad week. Why was it a bad week? Because I did not have a plan. So let's bring it now to present day. Who would buy silver way the heck down here? I mean, now no one even talks about silver. Now it's boring. Now no one even mentions it. The news is not even talking about silver that much anymore. Who would buy it here? It's people who have planned to do so. Let me give you a quote, and I would love each and every one of you, if you truly want to be a trader, so you want to make money trading, write this down. Write this down. Because this is immaculately true when it comes to trading, and ironically enough, when it comes to life. That's why we named it this company. I can't get past the name. It's so good. Real life. This is it. This is real life. It applies to everything. There are 2 types of traders, those with a plan and those without. Moreover, there are 2 types of traders, those who are disciplined and those who are not. Consequently, there are 2 types of traders, profitable and non-profitable. So if you have a plan and you are disciplined, you are profitable. If you are not profitable, one of those 3 things is something is wrong with it. If you are not profitably trading, I guarantee you right now, there is no reason for me to lie to you. You either do not have a plan or you're not disciplined. That's it. That's as simple as that. Simple as that. I don't mean you have to be a millionaire. I'm just saying maybe make an additional $100 a month or $200 a month or $1,000 a year or whatever. I mean, for younger people, that's a big deal. So if you are not profitable in your trading, and I'm telling you this because I love you, you are either not disciplined enough to be profitable or you do not have a trading plan. It's one of those 2. It's you. Now, sure, I can educate you and I can teach you what you need to learn. And so we're going to, go through and we're going to help you create a trading plan, I promise, for free in these next 4 classes. I'll help you create a trading plan. I'll help you become even more and more disciplined. So the reason that we trade is to make money, but it's more than money, right? Trading is about becoming the person that you need to become in order to trade successfully. And in order to trade successfully, we need to be disciplined, focused, patient, loving, and generous. It's all about keeping things very, very simple. So during these 4 classes, we're going to build a solid base and we're going to focus on exactly what it is that we want to accomplish. Tina asked a very good question and Angie just answered it. So I appreciate it. But Tina said, why did silver peak at $50 in 2011? Very good question, Tina. And I'm just going to break it down for you very, very simple. If you throw a ball in the air with your arm, what likely will happen? If you throw a ball in the air, like a tennis ball, what will happen to that tennis ball? It's going to come down. Tina, in stock market and in life, Newton was kind of a big deal. What goes up will come down. Physics. It's physics, it's momentum, it's human nature, it's everything, right? A stock that goes from 10 to 50 in 2 years, people are very, very profitable and they need to sell. I'm going to break it down for you a little bit more in depth in the next 2 or 3 classes, but it really is just physics. Think about it. Oh, and by the way, same goes in reverse. If you take a ball and you throw it on the ground, if you can find out exactly where the ground is, could that ball bounce? Yes or no? Yeah, absolutely. If you take the ball and you throw it on the ground, it'll bounce. Now, depending on how high it bounces, depending on what type of ground you throw it on. If you throw it on carpet, probably won't bounce that much. If you throw it on concrete, it'll bounce pretty much. If you throw it on hardwood floors, maybe your mom will get mad at you. But, if you're in the house. But you guys get the idea. So here's what we're going to walk through, students. We're going to walk through the steps of trading strategies. It's kind of a long name, but you guys get the idea in just a second. Here are the trading strategies. As a new beginning trader, I don't care if you're 15, I don't care if you're 21, I don't care if you're 31, I don't care if you're 109. If you're 109, by the way, and you're here, you're awesome. You're amazing. Okay. But let's talk about the steps of trading strategies. Don't let this word scare you. A lot of people are very, very afraid of this word, especially my young students out there. Strategies is like, oh no, strategies. And you think you're going to do calculus. Strategies is just a big word. It's a fancy word. I could really say the steps of trading the stock market. I mean, it could be anything. But what I'm going to show you is I'm illustrating to you, in my personal opinion, the time it takes to learn certain applications of the stock market. And this is what I'm going to teach you in the 4 series, in these 4 classes. Because if you can't do something very, very simple, you're going to have a very, very difficult time doing something very, very complex when it comes to trading. So again, if you can't, in my personal opinion, make money just simply trading stock, you should not begin to go up the ladder. Until you get this accurate, don't do these, is exactly what I'm saying. So all of these lead to the ability to trade the stock market profitably. I can do all 5, but I've also been doing this for 5 years, 5+ years. Okay? I'm doing this for 5+ years, and each one of these is absolutely a stepping stone to the giant swimming pool of trading the stock market profitably, making money consistently, month in, month out, year in, year out. So let's talk about trading stock for just a moment. Trading stock. What is a pro of trading stock? Well, it's very simple. You buy and sell it. That's all you do. It's easy to place the trades. Risk value is very easy to calculate. There's no Greeks. I'll talk about what that is in the future. Some negatives of buying stock is it is expensive. It does require a larger account. And by a larger account, I'm talking at least $5,000 usually. You have a lower return on your investment, and it takes longer to profit. Those are the cons. So for my brand new students, let's talk about what a stock is. A stock is simply ownership in a company. So the word stock is synonymous with the word share and is also synonymous with the term equity. So again, I'm talking to my brand new students, brand new, people who've never traded before. Give me a name of a company that you interact with every single day. All right, Ashley says Target. Okay, Ashley's brand new. Anyone else? Tina says Apple. Yeah, that's a really good one. Warner says Apple. Roxanne says Costco. Okay, Costco. Jim Scott says Facebook. Myron Livingston says AT&T. You guys get it? Jade says Netflix. All of these companies that you interact with on a day-to-day basis, all of them, at least these that I'm naming, are publicly traded. Who can tell me why companies are publicly traded? Why are companies publicly traded? Because they get money. They get money. So let's say, for example, Real Life Trading wants to go public. That's what the name of it is. It's called public. I want to go public. What I do is I sell ownership of the company in terms of stock. So Real Life Trading, let's say we have 1 million shares of the company. And let's say Ken Botnet Jr. buys 100,000 of them. Ladies and gentlemen, true or false, would Ken Botnet Jr. be a 10% owner of Real Life Trading? Yes or no? Yeah, he would. And when he buys these 100,000 shares, Real Life Trading would get money from Ken Botnet Jr. And Real Life Trading would take that money to, I don't know, buy some computers, maybe hire some staff, hire some IT guys and girls, and I take that money and I invest it, and Real Life Trading does whatever we need to do to grow the company. Why would Ken Botnet do that? Because Ken Botnet Jr. says, man, Real Life Trading is an incredible company, and if they grow, let's say he bought those 100,000 shares at $6 per share, and the stock goes from $6 to $18. Ladies and gentlemen, did Ken Botnet Jr. make money? Tina, what do you think? Spencer, what do you think? Adam, what do you think? Ashley? Yeah, he made money. He did very, very well. And how much money did Real Life Trading receive when he made his purchase? They received $6 per share times 100,000 shares. So we received $600,000 to go, again, do whatever we want to. Hire new personnel, whatever. You guys get it? That's what stocks are. So if you go out and you buy one share of Walmart, one share, and you buy it, let's say $84, you literally own 0.000000001% of Walmart. Literally. You can go around and tell people, Adam, you could go to your friends and say, yeah, man, I'm a 0.0000001% owner of Walmart. Not that means much, but hey, you are, theoretically. So if Walmart goes from $84 to $100, you make money on your investment. That's what people do. People buy stock of companies that they like, hoping it goes up so that they can make money. That's strategy number one. That's literally the easiest thing in the market that you can do. It's simple. You like Apple, go buy some Apple shares. Done. Thank you for playing. Next is called trading stock using options as leverage. For my brand new traders, I'm going to be talking about this in advanced classes. But the pros is you have tons of available leverage, easy to decrease your dollar cost average, it's flexible, and it's available in most brokerage accounts. One of the negatives is it is expensive. You have to have approval forms, and it requires some education to learn how. Thankfully, you found a company that will teach you how to do it all for free, but regardless, it does require education. So some examples of this strategy would be covered calls, protective puts, and the collar strategy. Chris Thompson Advanced classes are free also, by the way. Yep, everything is free. Isn't it awesome? Okay, from here, I will also teach you about something called non-directional option trading. Non-directional option trading, these are a little bit more of an advanced strategy. Now, here's what's really, really cool. These are probability-based. They come with a high winning percentage. They're great in a boring or sideways market, and monthly returns can be 1 to 20%. Adam, take a stab in the dark for me. 1% a month. Is that more or less than the bank will give you? And you guys are welcome to give that as well, but 1% a month. Is that more or less than the bank will give you? It's almost a joke. I'm going to let my newbies write in. What do you guys think? Adam says more. Yes, absolutely. Way more. Banks, and I love banks. My girlfriend works at banks. There's nothing wrong with banks at all. But what is the interest rate on a savings account yearly? 0.01%? 0.01% a year. No, that's not 1%. That's 0.01%. So this is kind of simple math. Let me just ask you, would you rather make 12% on your money annually, or would you rather make 0.01% on your money annually? It's your call. You can really do either one. 12% a year is awesome. 12% a year is awesome, and you can do that. It's actually not that difficult. I mean, 12% a year is not a giant pie in the sky number. I think that's very doable. Very doable. Very doable. Okay? Real life traders do that often, 12% a year. I mean, probably all of them. Do you guys get the point? Some of the cons of non-directional option trading, it requires a large account. One mismanaged trade can wipe out profits. It usually requires years to master. And some examples would be credit spreads, bear call spreads, bull put spreads, and iron condors. Again, for my brand new students, I'll get to that more in advance later in the future, okay? Directional options. Some of the pros of directional options: limited risk, does not require margin, and this is a great tool. I mean, directional options are awesome if you do have a smaller account. And I think a smaller account is between $2,500 and $10,000. I know it's a lot of money for some of you, but in the grand scheme of things, it is a small account. But, I mean, they're great, right? You have fast moves, you have great opportunities, but some of the cons is the value of the investment often has significant changes throughout the day. Leverage. If it can increase by 30%, it can decrease by 30%. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are days and there have been trades where I've made 100% return on my investment. 100% return. So if I invested $1,000, I made $1,000 pure profit. That's 100% return. But if you can make 100%, students, do you have the option and do you have the capability of losing 100%? Well, in any world, of course, right? It's called directional options. They're a great tool, but you have to understand how to use them properly. How long could it take to master this? It truthfully can take years. That's not scary. I mean, years can be 2 years. That's how, I mean, any person who's getting any type of education for anything goes for about 2 years. That's how long it takes to go to grad school, is 2 years. But it's going to take some time. But that's okay. All we have is time. And then you have this guy right here. This guy is day trading options. And ironically enough, the majority of traders who find out about options, this is what they hop into immediately, is they try to get day trades. They try to get in and out every year, so on and so forth. Some of the pros, you don't have to hold overnight, does not require margin. Again, vast opportunities. Some of the cons, large fluctuation price in seconds. In just a few seconds, you can have $100 or $1,000 swings. Not even kidding. This is for the experienced trader. Experienced. So this is going to take years to master. It just will. I'm just being real with you. I'm not trying to sell you into any day trading option class. It's just gonna take years to get there. But oh my gosh, once you know how to do it, it's great. It's incredible. Oh, it's so much fun. Once you have the opportunity, once you know how to do it, it's uncanny. You can make more in hours than most people make in months trading or at their normal job. In hours. It's incredible. But you have to know how to do it. And it does take years of practice. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're, again, going to keep this simple. I've gone through some of the complex things. What I want to do in class 1, 2, 3, and 4 is literally, I was given a challenge. You guys might remember this in the email. I was given a challenge. Can I teach someone how to trade the market in 4 classes in less than 6 hours? What do you guys think? Can I do it? So far, it's only been 47 minutes. And I'm a chatty Cathy. Not only can I do it, but I'm going to do it. And not only am I going to do it, I'm going to do it for free. I keep throwing that around because it's such a wild concept to so many people. But hey, why not? Right? I was trading. It was fun today in trading. Now that the market's closed, I mean, what else am I going to do? Let's do it. So let's talk about technical analysis. What the heck is technical analysis? What is that? What is it? Well, Tina, technical analysis is the visual study of human behavior. So go ahead and write that one down in your notes. Remember, I don't have any notes. I know some of you guys are asking. We don't have any notebooks at the moment. I do that for a few reasons. I mean, some of it's intentional. Some of it's I'm still working on a good format. But right at this moment in time, I would like for you guys to write down your notes on yourself. Just write them down on a piece of paper, right? It's literally the visual study of human investment. Or as Teresa said it, following and investing on movement. I like that. Yeah. I like that. So from there, technical analysis is the visual study of human behavior, emotions, and sentiment. You guys remember that? Same thing, really. As it's reflected and interpreted on a price chart. There are 4 main types of charts that you can look at in the world.
Miss Newsom, we lost your audio.
Can you hear me now?
At least I did.
Can you hear me now? Can anyone hear me? Okay, you guys can hear me. That's okay, Ange. Let me, can you hear me now, Angie? Okay, you guys all can hear me. All right, cool. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for the feedback. So, technical analysis, what is it? Well, again, what we're doing, as Tina mentioned perfectly, it's the visual study of human behavior. That's really all it is. And there are 4 main types of visual behavior tools, if you will. The line chart, the bar chart, the candlestick chart, and the point and figure chart. 90% of our focus will be on the candlestick chart. Okay? You follow me, Curtis? 9% of our focus will be on what's called a candlestick chart. That's the name of it. So this is an example of a line chart. Who here, my new students, okay, brand new students, type in a 1 if you've heard of IBM. I obviously know you've heard of it, but I'm just, I'm making you guys get involved. You've heard of IBM, okay? This is a line chart of IBM. Line chart. So from here to here, it went up. Would you guys agree? So line charts only show the closing price of each time period. This is a daily chart of IBM. So notice it's from 2005 to 2014. The United States stock market closes at 1600, which is 4 p.m. Eastern. That's when the United States stock market closes, excluding holidays. So every day that the stock market is open at 4 p.m., the stock market closes. And whatever the stock is, let's say IBM was trading at, once it closes, you get a little bit of a dot, and then that's how the line chart's formed. Therefore, each day at the close, the line's automatically plotted. You guys get this. Okay, it's simple. So here's a solid question. Right here, notice that the stock stopped moving. Interesting. Okay. Why? Adam, Spencer Bradley, Gene, Mr. Patel, Gloria, what caused the stock price to stop moving? What about right here? What caused the stock price to stop moving right here? Oh, someone's saying it was the news. Interesting. What about right here? What caused the stock price to stop moving right there at 210? Interesting. I wish Jeremy would tell me. Well, I'm about to. On this particular chart, this is technical analysis. And what we're doing is we're looking at a visual representation of human emotion. So why did IBM stop right there so many times? Very, very simple. There is no news. There is nothing that you need to worry about. There is no webinar that you have to sign up for, no service that you have to log into. It is simply resistance. It's where people sell. That's all it is. Why did the stock stop moving down here? It's called support. And support is where people buy. There's another name for resistance. It's also called supply. And there's another name for support. It's also called demand. So demand is literally where people demand the stock. I want it. Give me some IBM. I want to buy it. That's where people want to buy it. They're demanding shares. I want to buy this thing. So that's what they do. So resistance and supply. This is an entirely different chart, by the way. This is an entirely different chart. Notice this line right here. Do you see how well, Tina, the stock stopped moving there? That line represents a resistance. Resistance or supply is simply where more selling pressure builds than buying pressure. Traders have a comfort aspect at selling at resistance, and it causes the stock oftentimes to go down. And support or demand is where optimism is at. This is where people demand to buy more shares. Buying pressure is greater than selling pressure, and the stock goes up. So again, brand new students out there in the world. How many times did this stock bounce off of the 108.58 support / demand price? Go ahead and throw some numbers at me. How many times did it bounce? Adam, good job, dude. Heck yeah. I love it. C. Andres, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mr. Shaquille, thank you. Brian, thank you. Kim Botnet, Alex, beautiful. Oh, you guys are crushing it. I would say in this scenario, here's 1 right here. This is 2. This right here is actually 3. I think that's exactly what Adam noticed. And this is 4. And if you really count some change, it could be 4 or more. 4, 5, and 6. I could easily see arguments for that as well. I could totally see that. So my question to you is, and again, I'm not saying that you had to do this, but based on this move from here to 108 to here to 120, could you have drawn a line that said, okay, there's obviously some type of support there. And as the stock came down to that level, could you have said to yourself, Adam and Gloria and Tiffany and Mark and Regina, could you have said to yourself, this is a support level. The stock should and might bounce here. I think I'm going to buy it. I'm at least going to be more bullish than bearish. What do you think? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You could have come up with a plan that said, you know what? I'm going to buy right there at 108. So the stock went up to 108. Where did it stop moving? It stopped moving at resistance. Why? Because the people who bought at 108 are now selling at 120. That's it. That is what it is. Yeah. That is simple as that. So, students, what do you think when the stock came down to here? Do you think it bounced? Yes or no? Well, let's go find out really quick. Let's go find out if it did indeed bounce. What I'm about to do is I'm about to pull up my charting software. And my charting software is called TradingView. It's also free, and it's quite incredible. So let me go to tradingview.com, and I'm going to go type in the chart that I was looking at, IWM. It's called tradingview.com. And it's an awesome charting software. It's really, really cool. It's free. It's easy to use. It's great. So this is the exact chart that we were looking at just a few moments ago. Here was the support level that I drew, and here was the resistance level that I drew. Ladies and gentlemen, did we bounce off that level? And the answer is yes, at some point we did. Could you maybe have bought right here, lost a little bit of money, and then got back in and made your money back? Yep, could have done that. But regardless, you still would have had the understanding. You could have had the understanding of saying to yourself, hey, I'm at least more bullish than bearish. Right? I'm at least anticipating buying the stock. So this is where most of you are right now on the website. So you probably came to the website and you clicked on this particular class, Are You a Noob? Noob just means newbie, which means new person. It's kind of like a slang term. So I just want to let you guys know on the website, reallifetraining.com, those are the classes that we are under right now. Are you a noob? And in the future, we'll be teaching these live, and in the future, we'll be teaching these live. You guys will be, I'm excited to do that with you. Okay, so we can see that the stock at that location kind of bounced. So our goal as traders, our goal as real life traders is to simply find stocks bouncing off of support, buy them, and place our stops accordingly. Boom, done. Simple. That's it. That's our goal. Ashley, does that make sense? That's our goal as traders, Jeff. Yeah. Find a stock bouncing off support, buy them, and place your stop accordingly. So, I would like to introduce you to, very, very simplistic, buy low, sell high. Type in a 9 if you've heard that before. And I expect a lot of 9s. Buy low. You've all heard that. Buy low, sell high. That's what you want to do as traders. That's it. You want to buy low, sell high. That's what you want to do. All right, that's what you want to. That's all you want to do. So buy the bounce. If a stock is going down to support and bounces, buy it. Done. So remember, support works because of the traders who bought at that location in the past. If they made money once, they will repeat the process. So here's a very valid question, even for my advanced traders. What is a bounce and what does it look like? How do I know as a new trader or as an advanced trader what the heck a bounce is? Let me break it down for you. It's very easy to get caught up in the myriads of indicators, signals, and strategies in the market. Most of you are here because you are at one point in your life have looked for the holy grail of the stock market. You have looked for that one thing that you're going to make money all the time, all day, all week, all month. And it's very, very simple. Guys, I don't care what I give you. I don't care what I teach you. It's all about you, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about you. I'm going to teach you right now what this is. All you have to do is be disciplined enough to do it. That's it. KISS. Keep it simple, smarty. That's what I like to say. Keep it simple, smarty. So how do we know? The candlesticks. That's it. You do not have to overwhelm yourself. Keep it simple. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is more for my advanced traders and beginning traders, feel free to write this in. How long do you think it takes you right now to confirm if you want to buy a stock? How long? Like an amount of time. 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 second, 3 weeks, 3 months, a year, 17 minutes and 43 seconds. How long? Just in general, pure generalities. You ready for this? And I love you, but here's a very, very, very honest answer. If you're saying more than 5 minutes, you are overwhelming yourself. You are. You're overwhelming yourself. You're just overwhelming yourself. Simple as that. Because in the market, the 3 things that matter most is your plan, the discipline to follow the plan, and risk mitigation. By the way, if risk mitigation is really one of the most important things in the market, and I believe it is, I'm teaching it in the next class. Do not miss that class. Because it doesn't matter about the what ifs. It does not matter. The market's going to do what the market's going to do. I'm teaching risk mitigation in the next class, which is Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? It's incredibly important. Because it doesn't matter what could happen, doesn't matter what might happen. As long as you have a plan, you have certainty. If you have a certain plan and you simply follow it with discipline, you can trade the market profitably. And all you really need is the candlesticks. I'm telling you, that's it. That's really all you can look at other things, but this is what you need is the candlesticks. If you look at 457 other things, you don't need to. I'm just telling you that. I can trade the market profitably month after month just looking at the candlesticks. Now, I know that we haven't talked much about candlesticks. So we're going to be learning many candlesticks in future classes. But what I want to do is I want to focus on just one singular item. Many of you are saying, why focus on just one if there's so many things out there? Ladies and gentlemen, Curtis, Adam, Gloria, Tiffany, Ashley, how many restaurants can you eat at one time? How many cars can you drive at one time? How many houses can you live in at one time? One. If you can't do one thing right, you're going to have a very, very hard time of doing 12. I know it feels restrictive, but do me a favor. Remember in trading that less is more. And if you can focus on just one thing, just one, and you learn how to make money with it, you'll become a master at that thing and you can move on to the next. Right? So instead of being, as Subriah mentioned, the jack of all trades, master of none, how about become the master of one, jack of awesomeness? I don't know if that's a terminology, but Let's copyright it, Angie. Master of one, jack of awesomeness. But really, the market rewards the specialist. If you can learn how to do one thing and do it very, very well, you'll make money. So what is the bounce? Here's what the bounce is. Stock is trading to a support line. A black bearish candle appears. The following candle is a nice white bullish candle. There you go. That's what the bounce is. 3 bullets, you're welcome. That's a bounce. So let me introduce you to the most important candlestick pattern, my favorite candlestick pattern, and the only thing I want you guys between now and Thursday to try to find on your charts. It's called the one white soldier. Because right now, you can go in and you can go to tradingview.com, you can pull it up for free, and you can type in whatever company you want. You can type in Bank of America, you can type in Wells Fargo, you can type in Apple, you can type in Ford Motor Company. You can type in anything and try to look for this exact pattern on a support. We'll do that in just 1 second, okay? I'm going to have Adam. Adam is actually one of our youngest students here. That's why I keep mentioning his name a lot. He's one of our younger students. I'm going to have him pick a company for me in just a second. So start thinking about that, Adam. But this is a pattern called the one white soldier. Here's what happens. The stock is trading sideways, or the stock has been going down for at least 1 week in a bearish trend. A black candle appears. Dun da da da, black candle. A white candle forms. Dun da da da, white candle. The white candle opens and closes above the close of the prior candle. So a white candle opens here and closes here. Black candles open at the top and close at the bottom. So if a candle is black, it opens at the top, closes at the bottom. If a candle is white, it opens at the bottom and closes at the top. How do you trade this? Here you go. Entry, stop, done. Simple. That's it. So let's say you found a support or demand price. The stock was going down and you find a one white soldier. Place your entry above the one white soldier, place your stop below the support, and smile. Class 2, I'm going to teach you how to place your stop and how to mitigate your risk accordingly, because that really is the number one way to prevent you from blowing out your account, from just destroying it. So here's the one white soldier rules and fun facts if you guys want to jot these down. Rule, needs to open and close above the prior day's close. That's a rule. Needs to follow a black or bearish candle. Rule number 2. That's it. Those are your 2 rules. So Adam, can you name a company for me? And if you can't, I'll choose Ashley. All right. Keith Andrews. Not quite, Keith. Not quite. I'll show you what I mean, my friend. I'll show you what I mean in just 1 second. Oh, Adam. Very cool. Adam says GoPro. Nice, dude. That's a perfect one. Ah, perfect. So let me hop over to tradingview.com. Give me 1 second. Where is this little guy? There is tradingview.com, and we're going to go to GoPro. GPRO. Now, if you don't know, actually, I don't remember the ticker symbol. I think it's GPRO. If you don't know the ticker symbol, guys, of a company, just Google it. Go like this. What is the symbol for GoPro? Type that in, and you're gonna right there. Yahoo Finance, boom, 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 boom. It's like 9 places on this. I mean, just type it in, Google it. If you guys have no idea is the stock traded, just Google it. The internet's there at your fingertips. All right, just Google it. So GoPro. Here's GoPro. So Adam, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. Adam, do you mind? Let's me and you are gonna work together on GoPro. And what I'm gonna do on TradingView is I'm gonna come over here to my horizontal line and I'm gonna draw some support and resistance prices. Adam, can you look at this chart? And I'm going to go to a line chart for you so they can be a little bit easier. But can you look at this chart and just simply tell me, where did the stock for GoPro stop moving and change direction? Give me some prices. Ashley, go ahead and write your prices down. Patrick, go ahead and give me some prices. Joshua, what prices did GoPro stop moving? Oh man, Adam's a pro already. I like this. So he says 84. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. I have another student saying 68. I think you're thinking that one right there. So right here, 66. Yep, so that's the one that they wanted. So, Ashley and Sakib said about that price. Another student said 92. Yep, that's spot on. Here we go, right there. And there's another one right about here. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Stop. These are prices where the stock stopped moving. Do you guys see this? Okay. Cool. And that's really all you need. I highly encourage you somewhere between 4 and 7 lines on your chart. 4 and 7 lines is all you need. 4 and 7 lines. All right, so what does this mean for you as traders, as real-life traders? Adam, what does this mean to you? Danish, what does this mean to you? Patricia, what does this mean to you? Kurt, Dr. Luis Montgomery, Elaine, what does this mean? Well, let's ask this question. What type of line is this right here at 64.97? Is it a support or a resistance? It's a support. Why? Because the stock is above it. So this line will act like a floor, if you will. If the stock comes down, people will buy it. How in the heck do I know that? How the heck do I know that? I don't. What I do know is people who bought it right here and sold it right here, they made money. Let's call that red trader Tim. Ladies and gentlemen, is Tim going to want to do the exact same thing again if the stock comes down there? Yes or no? Yeah, absolutely. Will it happen? That I don't know. But what I can guarantee you is this. You ready for this, Keith Andrews? In 5 minutes, we can come up with a trading plan that simply says this. If GoPro comes down to 64.97 and bounces with a one white soldier, can you buy it? Yes or no? Keith Andrews. Yeah, there's your plan. Done. Now you can write it down. That's it. Now all you have to do is wait. Keith, that's 5 minutes. Simple as that, man. Now, is it going to happen? I have no idea. I really don't. It doesn't matter what the market does. What matters is what you do. Instead of you letting the market control you, you control the market. So when you control the market, you tell the market what you want to happen. So we come back over to candlestick patterns. And we say to ourselves, okay, I want this trade to, bounce off support. By the way, riddle me this, students. Riddle me this. What type of candle is that on GoPro just a few weeks ago? How cool is that? It's a one white soldier. Exactly what I just taught you just a few moments ago. So based on that candle, could you have said to yourself, all right, I'd rather be a little bit more bullish than bearish? And the answer is, of course, yes. Where would your stop have gone? Somewhere down here. Where could you have sold? Somewhere up here. So what if GoPro comes down to there and bounces with a one white soldier? Could you buy it? And the answer is simply yes. Now you have a plan. Done. That's it. That is it. Tina, yes, many of my students did play some bullish positions on GoPro around this particular time. Yes. I personally did not. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of companies I look at often, but that's, I didn't trade GoPro on that particular day. All right. So again, as a refresher, here are the rules. Needs to open and close by the prior day's close. Needs to follow a black or bearish candle. Here are some fun facts. Fun fact, it can be a long day bullish candle. What does long day bullish candle mean? It means bigger than the average candle. Bigger than the average candle. It's a fun fact. So if you have candle, 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 the red line is obviously much, much bigger than the green. So that's a long day candle. Fun fact, it's awesome if the volume increases on this candle too. So let's go back really quick to TradingView and let's ask ourselves, did the volume increase on that candle? Yes or no? The answer, no. No, it did not. Is it a long day bullish candle? Yes or no? And the answer, no. It's not. It's an average size candle. It looks to be the exact same size as the majority of candles on the chart. Right? This is a long day candle. This is a long day candle. This in red, not so much. Not so much. Kenneth says, on the one white soldier trade, looks like it would have stopped out. I doubt it. Stop would have been the stop would have been below this support level. And absolutely below the wick of these candles. That's something we'll talk a little bit more about in class 2. Okay, Kenneth? But no, I really don't think you would have gotten stopped out. Maybe from a few pennies, and if so, that's okay. No big deal. You mitigated your risk. But, in my opinion, I don't think you would have. So there's some fun facts. Let's do another fun fact. Fun fact, it's great if it closes above and takes out the prior day's high. If it closes above and takes out the prior day's high. So let's go find out what that means. Let's go look at ExxonMobil just to see if ExxonMobil is doing anything. ExxonMobil. Let's see if we can find some examples of ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil right here. By the way, this is a support. You just have to trust me on that one. Well, you know what? Don't trust me. I'm going to draw the line. Okay. I'm going to draw a support line right now in ExxonMobil, and there you go. Bounce, 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 bounce. Support. So on ExxonMobil, let's ask some additional questions. Ladies and gentlemen, did the volume increase on this one white soldier candle? Yes or no? The answer, yes, it did. It did indeed. Okay. Let's go back to our fun facts. Is it a long day bullish candle? What do you guys think? Is it a long day bullish candle? It's okay. Not necessarily. It's not terrible. This is a long day bullish candle for sure. This is a long day bullish candle. This is a long day bullish candle. I would say it's 50-50. I wouldn't say yes, I wouldn't say no, but it's still a nice candle. Fun fact number 3. Does it close above the prior candle's high? Prior candle's high being right here in the red line. The answer, yes, it does. It does indeed close above the prior candle's high. Very cool. Fun fact number 4. The line that I have drawn is actually quite interesting. If it's super, as in super fun, if the prior day black candle closed below your support line, that's super exciting. So ladies and gentlemen, this 85.23 line that I drew, did this candle close below that line? Yes or no? And the answer is yes, it did. Barely, but it did. So this was a beautiful, beautiful candle. Entry would have been the green line. Stop would have been the red line. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. All based on that one candle. Just waiting to see what happens on it. And you can see what transpired with ExxonMobil. Right? It moved higher. Any questions so far, ladies and gentlemen? So let's open up to questions, and I'm going to do a quiz in about 3 minutes or so. Clint, what's up, Clint? Glad to have you here, brother. Thanks for being in class with me earlier. So here's your fun facts if you guys want to write down the fun facts. And again, this is something that I would love for you to practice. You can practice them on TradingView. Again, it's really, really simple to do and use. You can really practice anywhere you want. But they're cool fun facts. Timothy's like, this is super exciting. This is super exciting. I know. The first time I learned this kind of stuff, Adam, I was so stoked that I could not contain myself. And I didn't contain myself. When I first learned this info and similar information, I went on to lose over $100,000. Because I did not know anything about risk mitigation or trader psychology. Thankfully, you have found a company that will teach you everything you need to know to effectively trade the stock market for free. No gimmicks. And I promise this will take time. It will take effort. It'll take a little bit of work. I truly do not believe it will take you as long as most companies will have you believe. It all boils down to your trading plan and if you have the discipline to follow it. I'm going to teach you risk mitigation Thursday. I'm going to talk about trader psychology next Thursday. In 4 classes, I'm going to teach you exactly how to trade. And if you take the information in these 4 classes and apply it, you should be able to trade the stock market profitably. Simple as that. Patricia said, have you made that $100,000 back yet? Yes, I have. It was a long process. I think after if you include taxes, I'm still fighting the man, Patricia, but overall, yeah, I've got out of the hole. But it took time. It definitely took time. So here's what I want you guys to do, ladies and gentlemen. Tell everyone you know about real life trading. If you want to know the website, Curtis, reallifetrading.com. Tell everyone you can about the website. Tell your friends, your family, your employees, your employers, people you work with. Tell them. Because it is free. It is fun. It's educational. And of course, it's enriching. I want you to learn how to trade the stock market. You found the quickest path of least resistance to reach your goal. You are here. You found it. Okay? I can trade the stock market. We can all trade the stock market. I don't have to charge for these classes. And I want the world to know that this information exists. So, how about this? Before I let you go, let's do some really, really fun quizzes. And then I'm going to give you guys some social media contact info. And then I'll pass you on. I'll let you guys go. Okay. Here it is, a quiz. You guys are going to like this. I think this is going to be fun. This quiz is called the Newbie test. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and take it. If you're on an iPad or an iPhone or a tablet, you won't be able to see this. But if you're on a computer of any kind, you should be able to see the test. I just launched it. It's a Newbie test. Newbie test. Peg says, how can I share it on my Facebook? Honestly, Peg, you can just simply write into your wall, the website, and say, hey, if you want to learn how to trade, hop over. Let's see how you guys do in the test. I'm going to leave this open for 3 or 4 minutes. I'm going to answer questions while those of you who don't need questions answered do this thing. Kaz, yes, of course, this webinar was insanely recorded, and it will be on the Real Life Trading website in 24 hours as well as YouTube. A lot of you guys, might have found Real Life Trading from YouTube or Twitter or LinkedIn or Facebook. Peg, of course, yeah, absolutely. What's up, John? How you doing, my friend? Oh, it's so good to have you here, buddy. Good old John. Thanks, man. Okay, interesting. I like seeing what you guys are doing with this quizzing here. I like it. Catherine, thank you. Alex, I'll do my best. Sure, why not? Cheryl said, you rock. Thank you, Pat Kavek. Thank you, Pat. I love you, Pat. Hope your hubby is doing great. Peg, nah, you're not technically challenged. You're a beast. What's up, Wayne? All right, let me end the voting. And let me share the results. So right now, you guys should have gotten the results, your own personal results. Did you guys get them in the webinar? For the recording students, I'll let you guys know what it looks like. 46% got the correct answer on question number 1. Everyone got it correct on question number 2. 67% of you got the question correct on question number 3. 64% of you guys got it correct. 58% of you guys got it correct. And 6% on number 6. I'm sorry, number 6. 39% of you got that one correct, but some of you did get tripped up on that one. Stan says, with a one white soldier, do you enter end of day or intraday? Totally your decision, Stan. Totally your decision. So what I mean by that is you can choose either one. Either one, and they're both correct. There's no right answer. No problem, Roxanne. We'll do more quizzes. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll have more. So first and foremost, if you guys would like, if you have a Twitter and you want to follow us, we are on Twitter. Our Twitter handle, I guess I'll just actually write it in, at reallifetrading.com, at reallifetrading. That's our Twitter. We're on Twitter. We're also on Facebook. You can come over to Facebook and easily find us. Facebook.com/reallifetrading. Oh, you have to log in, I think. Sorry. Yeah, got to log in. This is my personal profile. So let me log in really quick. So here we go. So here's the Real Life Trading. So again, we're everywhere. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. If you can share us, like us, follow us, tweet us, support us, share us, whatever you want to do, I would tremendously appreciate it. And so would everyone else around the world, because again, ladies and gentlemen, we're enriching the world together. And this was an awesome, awesome class. So thank you so much. So again, I appreciate you guys. And I want to leave you with just these 2 inspirational quotes before our next class on Thursday. Boys and girls, if you do for a little while what no one else will do, you'll be able to do forever what no one else can do. This is your chance and this is your opportunity to simply do for a little while what no one else will do. And of course, one of my favorites. Ladies and gentlemen, if you live today like no one else, you'll be able to live tomorrow like no one else. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. You guys rock. I love you. I'll see you Thursday. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. Welcome to Real Life Trading.